you guys had, let's see. You guys had done some drinking, I believe. Picked up some information at a tavern about some interesting leads about what you felt like doing next, and learned that nobody had heard anything from the people on this particular island for a few days. So you went and talked to Ada about it, and she said, yeah, she'd heard that. It's been like 4 days, and nobody's heard anything from Firewatch Island. Um, and you guys decided that, well, it's only a couple miles away, and it's on our way to the capital of Keoland, and so let's go check this out. So you you went there, found it looking mostly deserted from the distance, and were quickly attacked by a very large periton, which killed one of your crew members. Just kind of like landed on him and gouged him to death. You were able to quickly kill it, and in the process of doing so, you heard somebody over at the island ringing the bell. Uh, it didn't ring for very long, but it gave an indication that it wasn't uninhabited. Um, so you got to the beach, looked around, and discovered footprints leading into the water, which is
Yeah.
not the best of signs.
Zombie footprints.
Mm-hmm. So, coming in to see who might have been ringing the bell, or perhaps some other reason to figure out what was going on here, you guys wandered into this garden over here and accidentally wandered into the assassin vines and had to fight them. And that's where we last left off. You guys had just finished dispatching the assassin vines.
No. Zombies don't ring bells. Vines don't ring bells.
These vines rang my bell a little bit.
Oh, I see where you went with that. Oh,
Uh, does it look like there are any like corpses amongst the vines or anything? Can I do an investigation?
Sure, you can do an investigation roll.
Seventeen.
You look around, but you don't see any bodies. In fact, as you look closely at where the vines were at, you discover evidence that these were planted some time ago, intentionally. That they were most likely some form of defense for the hermitage itself.
Someone was growing these things on purpose, guys.
You think so? Are you sure? Because, I mean, people did live here before, yeah? Maybe it's fine.
Weird defense mechanism.
Makes
there
me
might be
wonder
some other way in over here, or else it's another tower. And then there's those doors.
Zephyr's gonna open the doors.
You discover the doors do not move. They appear to be blocked.
Blocked, not locked.
Blocked, yes, from the other side.
What is this
From-
hole?
From where you're at, Topaz, you're starting to pick up the heady scent of fermentation that's wafting out of the building over here.
This building?
Mhm.
What is this?
Whoops, hold on. I have to zoom out a bit to see what you're pointing at. What is what?
This-
I think there's a pool of water. Let me double check. So let me read this. Actually, no, that might be the cistern. A low, unfinished stone wall. Yes, that is what that is. A low, unfinished stone wall encloses a broad, sandy yard abutting an open vista of beach and sea. A small tower, accessible by an external stair, rises against the hermitage's eastern wall. Several that's an oval pool. Several scrubby bushes stand to the north of a large oval pool at the center of the yard. So this is just an oval pool, which I think it is is also referred to as the cistern.
peering in that without going in. It's like barrels.
Ugh.
Oh, slip inside stealthily.
All right, you head inside there.
Smells like
Okay.
beer.
Yep. The heady scent of fermentation fills this dark, windowless hole. Its walls are rough masonry, and its floor is hard-packed earth. No ladder or rises to the trapdoor in the ceiling. A table along the west wall holds a collection of copper tubes and vats. Next to it are several casks.
Found the alcohol.
Hey,
Pulling follows logo.
Try to open one of these.
All right. There is a very strong odor of a fermented something or another, some kind of berry from the looks of things, coming from the cask that you open up. A very dark, kind of somewhat reddish liquid inside.
I'm gonna pull out my mug, see if I can get a little of it.
Oh, Topaz, please don't drink that.
Why?
I mean, we don't really know what it is, right?
Roll an
Be
intelligence check.
Made of berries.
Uh, Topaz or Volley?
Anyone who's in the room right now, you can roll an intelligence check. Villain, the only thing that you take notice of is the kind of berries that have been mashed that are kind of floating a bit at the top. They kind of look like the berries on those vines you just fought with.
Oh, okay. So Topaz, you know those vines we just fought? Yeah. These are the type of berries. I don't know if we want to drink this.
they were pretty poisonous.
Yeah.
Berries were the vine.
The vines were. I don't know anything about berries.
I'm personally gonna recommend not drinking it. I mean, of course it's your choice, but they came from a poisonous plant.
I'm drinking some.
Oh no.
All right, that will be a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah.
Okay. You are now poisoned. 1d4 to find out how long you're poisoned for. You're poisoned for the next 3 hours. You're feeling very nauseous, and you can repeat the saving throw only every 15 minutes.
Don't drink that.
Are you okay?
Throwing up
Like she
against
can't
the
handle
wall.
her liquor.
Topaz's normal complexion is turning green.
Who brews fucking poisonous wine?
Somebody I absolutely don't want to get to know.
So obviously some sicko lives here. Yeah, I'm not gonna drink that. I'm gonna just resist the urge.
So tempted to pour something out and fill it with this weird poison.
I mean, it could be useful maybe if we wanted to try it on someone if the situation arose, but
Cogsworth wasn't zoning out like always. He'd probably be super interested in this.
Okay, are you? You're fine. Just shake it off. It's only a little bit of poison as a treat.
Walk it off.
Just you can walk it off.
Hold up one hand, slowly crank my middle finger up with the other.
It's a little good.
Fine, fine. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go down and look at the poison water.
And everyone stop.
Oh.
As soon as Topaz gets that close to the water, something in the water ripples. And it seems. And the sound of cackling can be heard from the bushes. Initiative time.
Oh, great.
I hate this place.
Remember, you're also poisoned, so I forget what other effects the poison status has on you at the moment, Topaz. But I believe there's some sort of stat depredation.
Attack rolls and ability checks. Fortunately, not initiative.
Let's see. Cogsworth and Enola. I'd roll for them as well. Oh, oops. You're gonna roll for them. Okay. So let's see who goes first. And that would be Topaz. You're seeing something rippling right in the middle of this pond, and it seems to be coming straight for you. There's also the sound of cackling coming from this bush over here.
I'm going for whatever's in the bush.
Alright. You can use a bonus action to try to perceive anything, or you can attack with disadvantage.
I'm at disadvantage anyway.
Okay.
So I'll just try to smack something.
Okay. Okay, that's a miss. That one, however, hits.
Does something make noise?
Yes, you hear ah! And I will show you what it is in 1 second. Alright. So, you managed to stab your spear into the gut of a rather ugly looking female creature that you, being a sea elf, would most likely recognize as a sea hag.
Ew. Ew. Well, those are bad. I'm spending a key point. I'm going to try to beat the crap out of it. I'm going to try to, hell, I'm going for broke. I'm already at disadvantage. I'm going to, flurry of blows.
Alright. She manages to dodge out of the way.
Oh my god. Alright. This sickness is not good.
Be cool if we had our cleric.
No, that's right. Nola's technically me right now.
Hag!
Like, oh shit! Really? And she adjusts her hat.
Actually, it depends if Cogsworth even has remove poison prepared. Probably not.
I can do it.
Well, since Cogsworth was in the, down swept, you would have to have actually poked him to get him to recognize anything. So Nola is going to attempt to shoot that thing with an arrow. Where she's at. Ugh. And she goes, God damn it! Cogsworth is kind of still looking rather blank at everything around him. Let's see, he sees an enemy. Just remember, these are actually 10 feet squares.
Yeah.
Yeah, grid is 10 feet.
Whoops.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no. Actually, this is. No, it's 10 feet for the big squares. I'm actually looking at this map better, and you see that there's these huge squares. Those are the 10-foot
Mhm.
squares. They actually did size it right for the Roll20 map. Oh, good.
Okay, got you.
That's what was
Yes.
getting confusing.
I was going to rip my turn.
I was really scared.
Yeah, for a second there, I was thinking that we're going to be shit. We're that far away. No, we're not as far away as I thought. Okay, so Cogsworth can get how far to here? He can get at least here to that square. Where did Cogsworth's thing go? I think. Yep. Does he have any? Let's see. Spells. No, he already used a lot of bad spells. Let's see. Will this spell be good enough? Yeah, 60 feet. Yeah, he's gonna throw a sacred flame at that sea hag. I don't want to use any of the big spells in case he's not happy about that, since it's his character. And he's going to be here, hopefully. He did say he was going to be here tonight. She failed that. Still listing there on the Whispering Holes. So she takes 11 points of damage, yelping in pain. Zephyrus.
Actually doing some measuring here. Okay, I can't just get to her.
Yeah.
Alright. So Zephyrus is gonna do something pretty weird. He's gonna come right up to the hag, and he's gonna pull a sword seemingly out of nowhere. It looks like he just pulls it right out of his back. And
Ooh,
it's
I've seen a picture like this. There's the picture of somebody with a tattoo on their back that turns into a weapon as they pull it out. That's a pretty neat picture.
Yep. I'm gonna attack twice with this long sword. Shit.
Miss.
It shouldn't
That
have
one
hex.
hits.
It shouldn't have the hex damage
Okay, so
on it.
just 12. Yeah, because you didn't bonus
Oh, wait.
action hex.
Oh yeah, I didn't bonus action hex, so yeah, just take the 12.
Mm-hmm. Well, she looks.
And then I will bonus action hex because now I just remember to do it because that's an 8-hour spell.
Yep.
Isn't it an action to create the weapon?
No, because I still have it. I've always had it on my person.
Yeah.
There's another reason why it popped out of nowhere.
Oh.
Yeah, and you'll understand. You'll. Yeah. It's one of those things that eventually it'll all be clear.
Okay. It is also, if I should describe it, it is a black longsword with like these weird runes carved into it.
Okay,
That's the name of the sword. Okay.
And now it's Volan's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna move a full 40 feet. To get right there and flank with Topaz.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna pull out the magic great axe and I'll take 2 strike.
Well,
Ooh.
that first one killed her.
Ooh.
You just basically come charging down, swing your axe around, and decapitate the sea hag. Little bits of blood spray out of Topaz.
I'm over here in the bushes.
I don't want to say that you're overreacting because I know you were just poisoned, but it kind of feels like you're overreacting.
Yeah, didn't we
Oh.
just say to walk it off?
Yeah, you're still technically there because we're still in initiative. There are things you aren't seeing yet. Dread.
Okay, then it's on Zephyrus's feet.
Oh, come on, man. These are nice shoes that I got.
Sea hag. Sea hag's not supposed to be in bushes.
5 lay on hands on Topaz to remove the poison.
Uh. Oh. Oh.
Be it.
Oh. That feels done better. Thank you. Well, why is the hag here? Hags don't hide in. That's a sea hag.
No idea.
Is that all you're doing right now, Dread?
That's all I can do.
Okay, now for things you cannot see moving. Let's see.
Well, you said I saw something move in the pool, right?
Yep. And you hear a bit of a sound as water falls off of something, or something falls through water, but you can't see what.
Another invisible thing? Cool.
Something in the pool, by the way.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, Topaz, you feel something slam right into the side of you. What's your AC?
Huh?
What's your AC?
20.
Okay, so actually you don't feel something slam into the side of you. You feel air suddenly displaced next to you as something tries to slam into the side of you. Meanwhile, you hear a growl coming from almost below you in the bushes, and suddenly a bolt of lightning comes streaking out right through you, Dread, and let's see. Yeah, it would be you and Dread on that line.
What the fuck?
Let's see, 5 feet wide. 86. You get a dexterity saving throw. Something cast a lightning bolt. Yeah, it would go through Topaz and Dread, but wouldn't hit anybody else.
There's an invisible. What the fuck? All right. Oh shit. Good save for me too.
Yeah. Let's see, spell.
No, I still only take half.
Yeah, because you have monks. Yeah. Yeah, but a DC, you had to beat a 13. But yeah, with that, you still take half. But poor Dread takes full.
The 15.
Hello.
So
There you
I
are.
know, obviously, you're mid-session, but just to interrupt, the reason why we're late is because Patchy, the little Shiba Terrier piece of shit, as much as we love him, does happen to be sick right now.
Aw.
He ate some stuffing in the new bed we got him.
Oh no.
Obviously, I'm hoping he'll be okay, but he's just a little sick, and I had to clean up his kennel. Just letting you know, Anola is just very concerned for him. Hey, babe, are you okay? I will see
Poor
about getting
Patchy.
it fixed. She can't hear anything. So she's gonna be very quiet. She's really going to participate in the combat, just kind of rolling and contributing that way. But otherwise, she's not really gonna roleplay. She doesn't feel up to it.
That's okay. I got it.
Yep. But I'm gonna go mute real quick while I help her get her audio working again, and I will be back. If I could just get a quick recap when I get back.
Okay.
Very quick.
Lubu, you get to roll a free perception check.
Yeah.
So yeah, you saw exactly where that lightning bolt came out from, and you can definitely see now the sea hag that was hiding in the bush, almost directly next to Topaz.
Second.
Another one? What is that?
Yep. Ah.
We must have a full coven here. And Lulu is going to.
No.
Sorry, I almost just hit Topaz with the spell.
Oh yeah, what about Dread's thing? Don't we get a bonus on saves from that or something?
What's that?
Oh, well then I made it.
Yeah, and if that's the case, you did. Yeah.
Lulu's just gonna be like, "Get away from my friends!" and Aqua Vulture.
All right, that hits.
She'll also be knocked back 5 feet.
Which means Topaz, you get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Even though it's not
Yep.
voluntary.
Yep,
On
it's
our part?
it's been the homebrewed rules I've been playing with.
Okay.
It's like, if I change them now, it's like one character's death because of that isn't validated, but it actually helps as well for you guys when you have warlocks that can cause people to go backwards.
And I hit another creature with a melee weapon attack. Doesn't say it has to be on an attack action. I think I can spend a key point and try to stun her. If I hit. Let's see.
Nice. So she's being thrown back. You use your reaction to smack her.
Yeah, right in the forehead. So that's a that is a DC 14 con save.
And she made it.
Oh,
Alright, I'm in.
Oh, I forgot about you guys needing to take a wisdom saving throw. Forgot about the horrific appearance. My bad.
wisdom saving.
Any
Oh,
character
yeah.
starting feat now that you see that the hag needs to be rolling a quick wisdom saving throw.
Do we get the +5 still? How
Uh,
close do we need to be?
yeah, but you didn't get that when you were away. Unless Dread, how far away is your thing?
I mean, let's look here.
Wait,
It's the
Saving throw bonus is 10 feet.
yeah, if it's above 10 feet, you started your turn further away than that, Lobu.
You've already rolled an initiative for me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so you were frightened, which means you're technically still up where you were, Lobu. You couldn't move any further,
wait.
any closer to the sea hag.
Wait, we undid that turn,
What?
so the whole turn's undone.
No. That happened at the start of your turn when you saw the sea hag. You couldn't have moved. You couldn't have moved closer to her.
Right.
So you cast your aqua belt, but you couldn't move forward.
Got it. Cool. That works for me. That'll be the end of my turn.
Yes. And now it's Topaz, which means that would be Topaz's roll. Topaz succeeded on that. Yeah, because you were 30 feet away originally, Libu, and then you knocked her back 5 feet.
Some action.
Oh, you could
Does that
redo the saving throw at the end of your turn, though, right?
1 second. On a failed save, the creature is frightened for 1 minute. A creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, with disadvantage if the hag is within line of sight. What would you like to do, Topaz?
eh,
As you move away from something, something attempts to attack you.
Okay.
It succeeded. It got a 20. You feel some kind of blow against your side for 10 damage.
Oh. Right. All right. Going after her.
All right, that hits.
Stabby stab. That probably
That
doesn't.
misses.
But I'm gonna attempt to stun her.
All right, that one hits. And you're doing stun, so that's Constitution saving throw.
Dang, she made it again.
Yep.
That's it for me.
They're actually kind of hardy. So what would Enola like to do?
Reading your character sheet, I'm guessing, dear. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you're only 50 feet away. You can probably make it.
She has 35 feet of movement. But I
Yeah,
believe
if
she
she
also technically has a bow.
Yeah, I had her
Oh,
use
okay.
her bow before. That's why she's down one arrow.
So, darling, you do currently have your bow out. Yep. Short bow, right? Apparently, your character currently has it out.
Yeah.
Grizz had you using it while we were gone. I do not know. You'll have to look up what the range of it is. I cannot remember.
It's on the bow itself. So in this case, let's see, bow. Where's the bow at?
I believe hand crossbow is 30-60, so I'm sure it's longer.
Yeah, you can also let's see. 8320.
Huh.
So she fires out at that and hits. The arrow goes right into the hag's shoulder. The hag screeches in pain.
Is sneak attack rolled on that?
Yes, sneak attack would be rolled on that.
Did we ever set up that attack for you, dear? Like for you to just roll it? Alright. I will go help her set up the
Yeah,
macro real
yeah.
quick.
There should be on global under global modifiers.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, the hag the hag collapses after that. Apparently, the arrow caused some sort of embolism. And she drops to the ground dead.
I've
And
never
it's
seen a blue number before.
it's now Cogsworth's turn. That's because there's a 6 and a 1 on there.
Alright, so it's my turn?
Yep.
Alright, so by chance, or actually, if I look at Topaz, can I see what side of her body that hit was on?
Roll an intelligence check.
By chance, can I do medicine?
You're too far away. This would have been for seeing where it was at the time, so that's intelligence check. You have to be right next to Topaz to see that. No, unfortunately, you kind of heard her grunt, but you can't really tell where she got hit. Because you just barely came back online. You were like,
Yeah.
in your null state.
Auto.
Yeah, auto.
I am going to cast Sacred Flame on that point.
Which point?
That right there.
That square right there?
Yep.
Alright. Nothing happens. You don't.
Okay.
You see the area glitter, but nothing is illuminated.
Okay.
Would you like to move anywhere?
So, yeah. I will reposition here
Okay.
and ready my Warhammer and shield.
Zephyrus.
Let's see. I don't know what I could do in this situation to reveal some invisible. think. I'm gonna assume I'm gonna step forward
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and attack something in this space right below me.
Okay. Disadvantage.
Yep. No hex. I keep
Yeah,
accidentally rolling.
your blade passes through space and doesn't seem to hit anything.
All right, and then the next attack will be to my right,
Okay.
and diagonally from me.
Okay. Same deal.
Uh.
Your blade passes through space and doesn't seem to hit anything.
Dang. All right. Yeah, I'll just end my turn.
Volan.
Yup. Well, I'll move 5, 10, 15, 20 down to where Topaz is. And I guess I'll attack this point right here.
Okay.
Would it be a disadvantage?
Yep. You can't see anything. It's going to be a disadvantage until you can potentially see something. Even if you know the spot that it's in, it's still disadvantage. And you get the same result as Zephyrus. You swing your axe around, nothing. You don't feel any sort of connection. You don't hear anything grunting in pain. You don't see anything weird in the air. Dread.
Would I be able to use my extra?
Oh, sure. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. Would I be able to just swing, I guess,
Okay.
here then?
Go for it. Still nothing.
Okay, that'll be my turn.
Alright, does Divine Sense pick up anything in the area?
Can you show me the text of Divine Sense, please?
The right page here, on the spell page.
Oh, 80 feet, okay. Nope. Nothing comes to your senses. You don't smell anything bad. There's no music, nothing of that sort. Not within 60 feet of you, anyway.
I think that's actually, this takes my turn, doesn't it? I think it's a full action. Yeah, it's an action, so that's all I can do.
Alright. Thing you cannot see's turn. Okay. Now I have to decide on a target. Is everyone back?
I have returned.
Okay. Good. Because you're getting attacked, Cogsworth.
Okay.
By something you cannot see.
What direction? Like compass direction.
Roll intelligence check. What's your AC?
20.
Alright, then all you're feeling is wind brushing past you.
Do I still need to roll intelligence?
Yes, roll intelligence to determine which direction something might be coming from. You didn't take any damage. It didn't miss. Sadly, it feels like a really strong breeze more than an attack. You really can't pinpoint which direction it came from. Only that something very nearby was doing that. Lubu!
Can I tell with how everyone's getting like swinging around? Do I get a sense of where this thing is?
Roll an intelligence check. You're pretty sure between Volan, Zephyrus, Dread, and Cogsworth, it's got to be there, somewhere in that area.
I'm not scared anymore. I take it.
Correct, because the fiend the hag is dead. And as you rush into that space, you suddenly feel something squeezing around you.
Can I take that up?
What? You take 13 points of damage as something tries to squeeze you because you're in its spot.
13 points of damage. Damn.
13 points of damage. Yep.
Can I use that to attack back at least?
Yes, you can, but you're still at disadvantage because you can't actually see it.
1 second. Ow.
Basically, yeah. So you guys see basically Lobu run up and suddenly it looks like he's getting pummeled by something.
Well,
And he
no
swings
good.
around. You're gonna have to take up a spot in any of the areas around it.
Okay, so I was correct. Okay.
Yeah, so you
I
guys,
just missed.
because of this, you guys currently know where on the board it is, but you're still rolling with disadvantage because you cannot see it, but you have a good idea of where it is now. So it is right there. And do you have any other things you can do, Lebu?
Oh, I guess so. I'll just oh no. I still have to figure that out because of the revelation yesterday about the light weapons and the two-handed. Not yesterday, last week.
Okay.
I guess I don't have anything then.
Okay. Topaz. You have a pretty good sense as to where this thing is.
Well, it's coming out of the pool, apparently. It's the impression we get.
It was in the pool before you came up to it, and it came out of the pool, and is now between Zephyrus, Cogsworth, and Lebu. Lebu apparently walked right into it and got hurt.
Oh, there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hardcore off the pool. Right. Is that advantage or disadvantage? Is normal because it's invisible.
It's disadvantage because it's invisible, and you're not within 5 feet of it right now.
I'm not.
No, it's right there.
You said it was between low. Oh, thought that was a character.
No, that's the token.
Oh, there then.
Yeah, now you would have normal. You wouldn't have advantage because you still can't see it. You just happen to know it's there at the moment. Alright, that hit the... Nope, that's magical. So the first one hits, the second one does not.
That's because it's normal. All right. Martial arts.
Yeah, you're a level high enough monk that your attacks count as magical weapon. Your fists and feet count as magical weapons. Yes.
Yes.
All right, cool. You're definitely doing some damage to whatever this thing is between you. You can't see it, you don't hear it, but you can feel it as your foot like runs into the denser air.
Feel like.
Excuse me. It's hard to describe exactly. It's not quite gelatin, but it's it's basically what gelatin is to water. This would be the equivalent of gelatin to air.
Yeah.
With less substance than a marshmallow, Enola. And it's now Enola's turn.
Wow.
You're unfortunately still at disadvantage, so that's not the full roll because you still can't see it and you don't have flanking, so it's disadvantage. So that's the 15, but that still hits. You just don't get nat 20 on that.
Yeah, still 20 damage is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not a magical weapon. So that's actually only 10. So
But it
basically,
felt like it hit good for her.
yeah, the arrow reaches that spot in the air, and seems to slow down and falls directly in front of Topaz as it loses momentum.
Can we see it?
No, Cogsworth.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you're flanking, you get normal.
We're gonna fuck this thing up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and just cast my Sacred Flame again because I think it'll do better.
All right.
Sacred Flame on that point.
And that missed. Now, this is what does Sacred Flame do other than?
Oh, sorry, misclicked. Sacred Flame just hits with 5 radiant, or just hits with radiant damage.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Sorry, now that I'm looking at it, it says it specifies on a creature that you can see. Am I able to declare it on a point that I think a player could?
Yeah, I already let you do that earlier, so.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. So I guess it hits it, but it has no mark, it has no glitter or anything like that.
Correct.
Or it is no fairy fire
Correct.
or branding.
Correct. Zephyrus.
Alright, well, I can't see it, so can't hex it. So I'm just gonna attack with my longsword. It's at normal, right? Because I'm flanking with Cogsworth.
Correct.
And it is considered magical.
Yep. That's one of the great things about a Hexblade. They have an early magical weapon. Volin.
Okay, I'm gonna move 5, 10 around Topaz. I'm not flanking, so I would like to make 2 reckless attacks to make it a straight roll.
Okay.
Damn.
What the fuck?
There's
Wow.
those big boy damages.
Damn. Remember that picture that Lobo drew?
Wow.
Damn.
Oh my god, and that makes so. Oh my god, that actually fits with the picture because this is an invisible thing, and the way that's looking, that's an invisible thing on that picture. That is essentially the picture.
Can Lobo tell the future?
That was actually not mine, by the by. It's a different artist.
But that was essentially telling the future.
The art was so similar, I thought it was yours.
Dread.
Thank you.
And literally, the Barbarian gets a critical hit on the ghost.
It's not a ghost. What might as well be.
Oh
No,
my
but
god,
still.
this thing is a fucking ghost. It's an invisible stalker. God damn.
Yeah, it doesn't register as undead though, so it's not really a ghost.
Same
Out of
difference.
character. They're elementals, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay. The name Invisible Stalker, not whatever the hell this is, because I straight up don't know.
Alright, that's a miss. That's a miss.
Okay, bonus action. I'm going to cast. What's it called? Spiritual weapon.
Okay. What damage will your spiritual weapon be doing then? Let's see. And what form does your spiritual weapon take, by the way?
Floating skull.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did that before. Floating skull. So, the invisible stalker. There are now 6 of you around it. The invisible stalker turns towards Dread. You can kind of tell by the brush of air, and makes 2 attacks against you, Dread.
Okay.
Which both miss.
Yeah.
Lubu!
Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized I was crunching this whole time. I'm so sorry.
Actually, wasn't too loud, honestly. Lobu's gonna be like, oh, jeez, I can't believe I didn't think of this before. And cast Dissonant Whispers which doesn't require me to see the creature.
Is that
Just know it's
is that
around.
half if it fails? I mean, if it succeeds.
Half, yeah.
All right, no reason for me to roll then. So you start whispering at it, and it's like nobody can really understand you, but it's whatever it is, the air before you seems to vibrate, and there's almost like a scream in the middle of it, and suddenly the air in front of you no longer feels heavy. You have destroyed whatever it was you were fighting.
We killed the Harshmallow.
Okay. So what the fuck did we just kill?
The bodies of two
Uh,
hags also lay in the ground.
Hmm.
2? Wow.
Well,
Don't they come in threes?
I'm gonna do a quick perception check around me. Look for look for a third hag, possibly.
I feel like that would have been much more difficult if there was a third.
Yeah. I guess these guys like the number 2.
we're just gonna start looting the bodies.
Can we pick this thing up? The invisible thing?
No, there doesn't seem to be really any body. Whatever it is, it dispersed. Alright.
It's rude. Could have at
So
least
for all we know, it goes.
exploded in treasure.
Straight up.
Ah. They don't appear to have anything on them. However, let me look at your perception checks. However, as Volin takes a look around, just out of the corner of her eye, she spots something shiny at the bottom of the cistern.
Oh, hey guys, there's something in the water. Something shiny, and I'll point it out.
Most of what's down there is muck, but you can see a little bit of gold down there, and it looks like it might be the beginnings of something greater, of a greater treasure.
Oh no. Wish you
Topaz,
luck, Topaz.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
follow around.
Topaz just jumps right in. All right. So you quickly discover Topaz because it's not really hiding; it's only partly covered in muck. A leather sack, a gold paperweight in the shape of a tortoise, a silver candelabra with the symbol of a sea god called Prosan, and 2 potions of greater healing.
Huh.
The sack contains 125 gold. The gold paperweight, shaped like a tortoise, is worth about 100 gold, and the silver candelabra is worth about 50 gold.
Shiny.
Potions should probably go to Volin and Topaz.
What did they do?
They just appear to be treasure that don't ugh, that are worth money. Of course, they could have a magic aura, but you need somebody who can actually, tell you. And I don't think you have anybody in your party that can currently do that.
I remove magic. I don't identify it.
The potions can be identified with a taste. Is that the rule?
I'll allow that.
What do they look like?
Greater healing potions.
They look like greater healing potions?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I
Red
misclicked.
and red intense. I think don't you have a greater healing potion on you, or didn't somebody have one on their
I
on
have
their
a
person?
weak healing potion.
Yeah, it definitely looks more of a vibrant red than the weak healing potion you have.
So you describe the red one as like faded and like nowhere near as vibrant.
Yeah.
Is anyone else hurt worse than me?
I'm relatively alright after I ate all this fish.
I think I'm fine. I could take quite a bit.
I've only got a little cut, but that's it. I'm fine.
What time does it appear to be in the day, approximately?
Let's see. I forget exactly what time of day it was. I'm thinking it's getting on towards evening, because I believe
Mhm.
it wasn't still like the same day as when Topaz fought the shark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
and that was
no, we
midday.
actually rested the night, and
Oh,
we
so
left like
no,
first thing in the morning.
then it's not quite noon yet. If that's the case, because this island's only 3 hours out from
Thought it was because I didn't get my
3
charges on my
miles.
ring back yet.
Oh, I also didn't get like my rage
Ah,
on.
no, then it's evening. Then it is definitely evening, or
Okay.
getting towards evening at that point. Sorry,
No, you're good.
trying to keep track of what time of day it is.
Lots of
It's
stuff going on.
from campaign to campaign is not the easiest thing. It's hard enough sometimes to keep track of what day in the campaign it is.
I could use a sit though.
Nothing wrong with that.
Said this water was muddy.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Oh,
muck at the bottom, which you just
oh,
disturbed.
I
So a
don't
lot
want
of
to
the
sit
cistern
in that.
looks muddy at the moment.
That's gross. I start just walking through bushes, seeing if there's another hag.
Doesn't look like it.
Come here, bitches.
But roll me a
Where's
perception
your
check.
present?
Yeah, you take a couple minutes, scan through everything, looking over everything, and there's no evidence of a third hag. So either there wasn't one after all, or she either died or is currently elsewhere.
It's probably inside.
There's an opening over here, guys.
Oh, where?
Are we taking a short rest?
Oh, should
Here.
we?
Or
Um, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I don't know how you all.
I mean, I feel great, but if you guys need a rest, I'm fine with it.
Is there anyone here that's afraid of the dark?
No.
Cogsworth, can you see in the dark?
Yes. And I tap the little goggles.
Oh, good, good,
His eyes are now purple.
nice.
Why are your eyes purple?
Cogsworth takes off the goggles and shows that the lenses are red.
Ah,
are we taking a short rest, or are we going in now?
Why don't we take a moment to rest?
I'm okay with the rest, as long as all of us can navigate in the dark and whatnot. I can now.
Well, it's like yeah, it's afternoon, so it'll start getting a little bit dark soon.
Right, so it's not evening. It's not like 6 or 7.
No, it's more like dinner time, I
Fucking
think.
kidding
Oh.
me?
long rest would help me. A long rest would help me more than a short rest if we want to do that.
And speaking of short rests, I need to go use the bathroom, so I'll be back in a few minutes.
Oh, I've got a feature. Just a second before everyone totally adds up their short rest stuff. I should get you extra hit points.
What's that?
How many extra hit points?
Yeah, I can get my mic back.
Extra d6.
Lil was just casually playing Careless Whispers on his concertina.
Baker
Save-
Street.
Saved me a hit die.
It's always Baker Street.
So does that mean that everyone else that rolled hit die get an extra one?
Should
Yeah.
be.
That includes you, Lobu. Unless you're already at full health.
I maxed myself out already. I shouldn't have eaten all those.
Are you including the 10 HP that the 10 additional max HP that you have with me?
Oh, that's right.
Same with Bolin and Topaz. Actually, no. Topaz and Enola. Let me double check the chat.
I had 10 extra.
I know I put it in the chat. Topaz, Enola, and Dread. So I did not put it on Lobu. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
did a dumb. Topaz, you still have the 10, right? If you're here.
Hit dice.
All right, I've returned. Ooh, nice, Nola. Wow, I just have a headset.
Yeah, we decided to get that for her so I could get my mic back.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Because personally, I don't mind my mic. Though, of course, people can now hear my typing even better. Because I'm going back to my old mic.
Yeah.
I still love the mechanical keyboard, though. When my connection is, cooperating with me. The other day I was playing Mordhau and with just a freaking maul, I was able to mow through like 8 guys almost pretty much consecutively. Did anyone here have it?
Anyone here have what? I'm sorry.
Mordhau. Medieval fighting game.
Uh, if
Not like For Honor.
if I do, I haven't played it. I have a bunch of games that I don't know I have, thanks to like Humble Bundle and such.
Well, if you
I've
have
just
it,
been
let me know.
I've just been playing Red Dead Online ceaselessly.
Cool.
Is it good?
Oh,
I've
it's
been hearing a lot of
amazing,
stuff
but
where, like there's nothing to do in it.
well,
Like
I
at least
mean,
when it started.
you have I have to say the storyline, like for single player, is friggin' awesome. One of the best games I've ever played in my life, and the graphics, the music, I can't say anything bad about it. You go through that whole. The only thing I'm not going to give anything away is I didn't like the ending. One of your characters basically has a bad ending, and you end up playing a different one. But
Yeah, I've heard about that.
aside from that, I mean, it was still good. I did all of that, And then yeah, there's not a whole lot to do. So I started playing the online, and essentially you're making a whole new character to just play the online version. There's a story in that too.
Hmm.
And you go through all the storylines, and you actually it's actually two different storylines because it depends on if your honor is low or high. Is
Neat.
you take two different adventure paths, and you can go back and do one, and then change your honor and go do the other. They both kind of meet in the middle at the end. I've done all of those,
Are
so now
are
at this point, finally, I'm reaching a point where there's not a lot to do. I've gone through all 20 ranks of bounty hunter, all 20 ranks of collector. I'm working on my trader and my moonshiner ranks, and slowly going up through there. But I wouldn't say there's nothing to do. There's definitely bounties to hunt. You've got moonshiner missions. You've got strangers all over the place that all give you stuff to do. Whether it's go hunt something or get a wagon back or what have you. So there's plenty to do. The one downside is if you're not into PvP in the online game, you can't not be on PvP. So you can be in defensive mode and you're harder to see, but nevertheless, if somebody wants to
I'm
shoot you,
guessing
they can.
defensive mode means you can't attack people unprovoked.
Oh no, you can. It's just it makes you a little harder to lock onto, and you don't show up as far away on
That's what
your
I'm saying.
on the
Like,
map.
it's the kind of thing where, like, if you attack other people unprovoked, it takes you off of defensive.
It does, and you also there is a hostility system in play where then you'll start showing up as red if you start doing unprovoked things like that, and then everyone can see you from much farther away as a red dot, the red blip on their map. So there's really no consequences outside of the other players can then kill you without consequence if you're in the red. But like today, for instance, I'm just minding my business, doing my thing. I'm not going after anybody, and all of a sudden, some fucker shoots my horse, like kills my horse, goes out. Can't really die, but nevertheless, my horse goes down. I fall off it, and I'm like, the fuck. And it was like some level 16 schmuck standing across the field over there just shot my horse, I guess, just to see if he could do it. I'm like, you bastard. I got my sniper rifle out, put a bolt in his cranium. And then he started
Nice.
chasing me. I'm like, that's not a good idea, dude. I ran him down with my horse. And he left me alone after that because I'm like level 75. So, but yeah, I love it. That's the beautiful game. The big downside, it's a Rockstar game, and they're big into their Grand Theft Auto. That's their game, and
Yeah.
that's the one they support. The Red Dead stuff, it's like they don't give that any love at all. There's like no support at all.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
it was good on release, but it's not like the additions are very subpar.
yeah, there aren't any additions, and there's like
No
some
DLC or nothing.
downloadable content, but they never came out with that for PC, and I play it on PC. If you've got
Oh.
Xbox or PlayStation, I think you can get downloadable content, and there's some good ones there. There's like you can do it there's Undead Nightmare. You have undead all over the place in the game.
So it's like the other one, the original. Red Dead
I don't know.
Redemption.
I never played the
Zombie.
original. I don't know. The original was on a console only. I never played it.
Well, apparently it had a zombie thing too.
Yeah,
You could get one of the horses of the apocalypse or something.
I really.
Big flaming horse, apparently.
Who are we still waiting on, by the way?
No clue.
Cause I see Liam.
Dread, you here?
Volin. I haven't heard from Dread, and I haven't heard from Volin
I'm here.
I'm here.
Olin is back.
or
But in
Zephyrus.
chat.
That's the only other person missing.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay, so everyone's back.
And Dread is here.
Yes, we heard Dread.
Woo! Babe, are you back? She said yes.
Aw, I miss hearing her voice. But
It's just not been the best day.
I know, I understand. Alright, so you guys decided to camp out in this little area back over here. You've got some rest. Nothing emerged from anything else to attack you or attempt to kill you at this point. Nobody, but you also saw no people either wandering through.
What does that appear to be?
Well, as you peek through this wall here, you do see a set of stairs leading up to a doorway. You also see a way down to a some sort of rocky cove from the look of things. But you can glance from that direction.
Looks like it just leads to
Some kind of grotto.
the back of this tower. Step right there. Yeah, this is just the back of the building. We have a back door here.
I will see. This is open.
The door does
Oh.
appear to be damaged, and in fact is half open, kind of like this, kind of swinging there on its hinges.
Just gonna
We
slightly
see-
push it open, like the rest of the way.
What was apparently once the main barracks of the stronghold has been turned into individual meditation cells, but numerous wooden poles have been crudely lashed together and hung with curtains, which would create 8-foot high partitions throughout the room. The ceiling peaks 20 feet overhead, where a thatched roof is reinforced with wooden poles. However, the entire room is currently in shambles, with many of the partitions damaged and curtains torn apart. Debris and the broken remains of simple furnishings are strewn about, while pools of drying blood and gore fill the room with a metallic stink.
Oh, can we tell how old those are, the blood?
Let's see. For that, I would say roll a medicine check. Definitely within the last week. Probably no earlier than the what am I trying to say? No later than the 4 days ago.
Are there footprints in the blood?
Roll a survival check. There's blood all over, and you can't really distinguish tracks or traces.
Spooky, huh?
I guess that's one way to put it.
Starting to feel a little bit like we need to set this place on fire and never look back.
Is that door intact?
Alright, give me 1 second. Trying to see if there's anything. Okay. Okay. It does definitely appear to be barricaded from the other side.
Hmm.
If you want, I could try to force it open.
Well, where did this go down here? First off. Oh, just more. Yeah. Okay. That's just more stalls.
I'm just gonna look for anything interesting in these stalls.
Alright. Give me 1 second.
Why would they barricade it?
As you start poking through things, Zephyrus, several swarms of rats come out and attack you.
Oh,
And you're on the other side from everyone else in the party.
oh,
Congratulations!
glorious, wonderful. Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the proper swarm of rats that links to this.
I'm back, baby.
Welcome back.
Oh, Cogsworth.
Uh-huh. I roll over a 12 when I'm not here.
Here we go.
I swear to God, though, if on the Sunday campaign I still roll low with a freaking dexterity character, I'll be pissed.
Okay, let's see who has first roll. At the moment, nobody is aware that Zephyrus is in trouble, by the way.
Well, can I yell out, help, rats?
On your turn,
Oh,
Libu.
yeah.
He'll probably, not knowing anything is wrong, go up to Bull and be like, "Do you think maybe the zombies scared these folks and they barricaded themselves in?"
Ooh.
Probably.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay, Anola. All right. Roll an investigation check for me, please, Anola. You poke around and don't find anything. And you're still pulling through that pile as it's Zephyrus' turn. Now you can use your free action to scream.
I will do so after I cast a very loud spell. I'm going to cast Thunderstep, and it's going to be at 4th level.
Okay.
So that teleports me over here, and they have to make a con save.
How many enemies does that spell affect?
Everyone within 10 feet of me.
Okay. Oh, they all failed that.
Cool, so they take 23 thunder damage.
Yep, and they're still alive.
Alright. And I go, guys, rat! Down here.
The little let's see, the swarm of confused rats, damaged mortally by that thunderstep, squeezes out at the hole, back out, and swarms outside somewhere. Dread.
Can I tell what direction this yell came from?
You heard the huge thunder sound coming from this direction, and you now see Zephyrus running in from down here, screaming about rats.
That'd be my move this time. That's it. That's the end of turn.
Volan.
Also, I'm not sure if this matters, but the Thunderstep can be heard from over 300 feet away. So,
Yeah.
so just in case that does matter, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting thing in this place.
God damn it.
You think you even heard the bell chime once from the effect of the thunderstep?
I'ma kill you, Beetlejuice. I swear to God, I'ma kill you.
Okay, well, I moved 40 feet. I guess I'll hold... Can I hold a javelin throw if anything appears?
Sure.
Cool. That'll be my turn.
We show up like people at the front door during the purge, looking in the camera. Hello, we come in.
Let's see, that rat vanishes out there. Another one vanishes. Cogsworth.
Sorry, munching a chip. I will very, very carefully you investigate the noise. Do I see anything
No,
noisy?
you do. Well, you see several dead rats on the ground here that look like they're bleeding out their ears.
I will jog back. It's fine. Apparently, Beetlejuice or Zephyrus lived another life as an exterminator.
Oh, yeah,
A very loud exterminator.
I was just looking at the rolls I made for Thunderstep, and it looks like it already rolled the 4d10. So just subtract 5 from them, I guess. I mean, add 5 to their hit points, because it rolled an extra d10 that it wasn't supposed to.
No, it says casting at the 4010 plus a higher level.
Yeah, it's normally 3d10, and
Oh,
and
okay.
it rolled a total of 5.
All right.
Yeah, sorry how loud that was, guys. It's just, you know, they just kind of popped out of nowhere. Gave me a bit of a spook.
You gotta teach me how to do that.
Oh, no.
Topaz.
Trying to wrench the door off its hinges.
Athletics checks, please. All right. You pop open that door, pushing aside the bits of barricade that was behind it. And since nobody is currently threatened and those rats are fleeing, that is the end of current initiative.
Hello?
What am I?
Is
What am
anyone
I
in
seeing?
there?
All right. I'll pull out the description and read it for you.
Am I the only one that heard her say current initiative?
Yep,
I'm scared.
you should be. Stairs rise to a railed balcony that you're currently underneath. That covers 2 walls of this large vaulted chamber. The balcony stands 10 feet above your head, but you can't really make out too many details from under there. You can see a large rusty metal tub and a broken wooden frame that stands near the staircase. You can see bits of blood and other signs of a recent scuffle. And you see bits and pieces of detritus all around you over here that you pushed aside as part of a barricade.
Accidentally deleted myself. Is that detritus in there? Give me some.
You and your
Don't
detritus.
you have enough trash? You need more?
Actually, real quick, speaking of trash, when I blink, none of the debris changes colors, right?
What do you mean by that?
There are no certain checker patterns that change colors when I look away and look back.
No.
Okay. I'm paranoid of all debris that Lobu has any mild interest in.
Ah,
Okay, so what are these things?
those are columns. They support the balcony that's above you.
That okay? I'm dropping.
Does it look like there's anything good in that pile of trash?
Roll an
Oh,
intelligence
good.
check.
And are these doors or windows?
Those are doors.
Okay.
Alright, Lobu. You happen to glance into the tub and you see a well-made set of false teeth carved out of elephant ivory.
Oh,
You
God,
think
yes.
it might be as worth as much as 150 gold.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
You also notice the blood spatter on the ground. Uh, the amount is most likely dead people, and that the splatter seems to lead to drag marks that are going this direction, out from this room and through the room you just came through.
Interesting.
Guys, and Lobu just like jams the teeth in his mouth and then turns around and talks to them more.
Oh my god.
First of all, this is cool, right? And then also, someone drugged someone out of this room. Looks like not on their own free
Okay,
will.
Did you
So-
just pick up teeth from
I
the
have to unmute for
dirty
this.
S?
Bullen, Lobu, the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You
Lobo,
nasty.
what is wrong with you?
You look like a
That's
retarded
cool.
piranha. Take those out.
Fine.
That's so unbelievably disgusting, Lobo. Why did you start with that and not the fact that someone was dragged from the room?
I didn't
I'm
want
not
to get
caring whatever
overshadowed.
disease he gets from that.
Well, I'm telling you, this is related. If they're dragging things from this room, they probably killed them in here. They either made them into zombies or they became zombies. And then the zombies, for some reason, are going into the sea.
Hmm.
I don't know why. I'm saying what I'm seeing here. And
Except for
whoever was
Serrati
doing
stuff
it,
down.
it has a problem with the zombies or something out there because they were barricading themselves in here. Not that I wouldn't barricade myself in against hags. I mean, that makes sense, but there's a connecting factor in here. I just don't know what it is yet.
Ooh, I do love a good mystery. Alright, I'm gonna open these doors.
Alright, let me see if they're blocked first. And they are not blocked. Doors creak open, and this large hall has a vaulted ceiling that rises to nearly 30 feet high at its center. The area is dominated by a flagstone hearth at the north end and a 20-foot high wooden balcony to the south, supported by rickety-looking posts. High windows are set into the east and west walls, which also have door-sized holes smashed through them at either end of the balcony. The shattered remains of a large trestle table and a pair of benches litter the center of the room. Broken crockery is scattered about, along with chunks of moldering food.
Hey, Enola, anything shiny in there?
This place is great.
Lobo, this place is
GM.
absolutely cursed.
Is Grace drop?
Yeah, I was looking down there, so sorry.
You're good.
Not always reading, but yeah, you have to roll an investigation to see if you find anything interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't see anything shiny, sadly.
And a fireplace.
Mhm.
Good enough. There's always treasure in fireplaces. There's that.
Roll investigation if you wish to search the fireplace.
Can I assist on that one?
Sure. So you can roll at advantage now.
Yeah.
Alright. Nope. Sadly, you guys dig your hands through the fireplace and all they got is, a bit grimy from the soot. Meanwhile, Cogsworth is opening a door. And you see, Cogsworth, faded tapestries that show maritime scenes and dramatic storms at sea hang from the north and south walls of this cozy room. The floor is carpeted in a ragged green shag woven to depict a crashing wave. A low-set book-laden shelf sits against the east wall, and 3 wooden tables and several chairs fill up the rest of the room. Books, unfortunately, are strewn throughout the tables and on the floor, with several pages just laying scattered.
How big are the tapestries?
That's those little wavy lines there.
Okay.
That's how big they are.
Are they very tall?
They're floor to ceiling. I believe the ceiling is at least 10 feet tall here.
Oh wow. Hey, Captain,
Yeah.
you think these tapestries would be worth anything?
Ooh. Can I give him a look?
Sure. Let's see. Roll a history check.
Can I attempt?
Sure. You think if you can manage to get them down off the wall and roll them up, that they could be worth quite a bit to the right collector. The only question is how you can transport it at this time.
Why did Carly come to mind when you said that?
She said she likes interesting things.
Yeah.
There.
Tapestries from the layer of a hag would qualify as interesting.
There's no evidence that this is a layer of a hag.
Well, they had interest in this place.
Yes, that's true.
Do the desks still seem in any fair condition?
Yeah, unlike the other room that you were just in, this room actually looks like it's in pretty good shape. I mean, there's still a bunch of there are books scattered across the floor that some have been damaged. However, there are plenty others like laying, putting on the shelves.
I will push one of the desks up to the wall, and step up. And how are they attached to the wall?
Let's see. I'd imagine from there's the big hook system with the tapestries, one on either side of the wide room. Let's see. This room is
So would it be kind of like
30. So
almost like a
these are-
hole that like hoodie strings are pulled through with a rope going on each side?
I think so. These are 30 feet long by 10 feet high.
300 square feet, yeah.
And I imagine that they weigh a goodly amount too. I'm not entirely sure how much that would be, unfortunately.
Do you think, Cogsworth, we can get it? Like, you do that side, I do this side, we pull it down?
I think so. Folding it
Alright.
up and getting it to the ship without damaging it will be the concern.
Do you
But-
think it would fit in the bag of holding?
Let me check real quick. I was about to go see, because this looks heavy.
Yeah.
Does anyone else here have a bag of holding?
I used to. Then I blew it up.
So, for a minute, Cogsworth literally has his head shoved in the bag. You can kind of see his body shifting like he's looking around. Unless this is just absolutely... Unless this weighs as much as the shark thing we killed earlier, I think it will fit just fine. We just have to fold it very, very well.
Okay. It should fit, yeah. Well, let's figure it out. If it's too heavy for me to hold, then it's not going to fit in the bag. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try.
And so Vol and I will shove a desk up to each side and pull the north one off a hook.
Okay. You pull it down. It's pretty heavy. At least it would be for somebody like Lobu, who would probably be flattened by it. But Cogsworth and Volin, yeah, you guys aren't gonna have a problem rolling this thing up. It'll take some maneuvering, but you could probably get it into the bag of holding.
So first off, let's fold it in half lengthwise because of the whole space restriction, and then
Sure.
we'll roll it up from there.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So there's one. Could we approximate the weight of that at all?
Mm,
And I only mean in the sense of overloading the bag.
I don't
Like
think it's gonna overload the bag. I'm gonna go
Okay.
with the bag is still fine.
Okay. So then we'll go and
I
do the other one.
basically I think that's the same bag that half the party fit in at one point temporarily.
Oh yeah.
But it's one of those things where for certain situations I will suspend the weight restrictions on a bag of holding for a particular scene, but I
Because it's
won't let
funny.
you pick up every single item in a dungeon, for example, and just throw it in there, and then keep it in there indefinitely, sort of thing.
Yeah, we'll roll this one up the same way. And now, if you guys just keep an ear out in case I'm in trouble, I will look through these books for a little bit before catching back up to you.
As you
There
look
might be
around, you
something to do.
realize that you and Volan are alone in that room.
Um, if you feel comfortable, I'm gonna catch up with the group, but I will keep an ear out, Cogsworth. Be careful.
I I will just be looking for anything interesting in the titles. If I don't find anything, I will head back out. If you hear my hammer crashing on my shield once, I'm okay. Repeatedly, probably gonna die in a couple seconds. But come get me
Understood.
anyway.
Gotcha. Absolutely.
You know what? I'll keep you company, Cogsworth.
Scream if there's an issue.
We'll get some books too.
All right. Roll an intelligence check. Or you can also roll history or religion. Or actually, yeah, just roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
Could I possibly roll religion? Look for anything interesting specifically with religion?
Sure.
Woo! I finally roll high on something.
All right. So the only thing that Zephyrus finds is he finds one book that seems to have some writing in the open cover of it that looks like somebody scratched a poem into it. Cogsworth, as you look around, you realize that this room was most likely some kind some sort of chapel at one point. In fact, the carpet under your feet has another symbol of Procan, the sea god, on it. Um, Also known as the Stormlord.
Might I know of, like from my time, might I know of any centers of his worship?
Hmm.
Even
You
if
know,
the information is outdated.
I'm trying to think.
Mhm.
The Stormlord, was, there's the Stormlord, and then there's like the goddess of the waves. So there's sometimes some overlap there with different religions, but the
Mhm.
Rus has always been far more popular with a lot of various religions.
Mhm.
The Stormlord, though, is more what am I trying to say? Tempestuous,
Uh-huh.
temperamental. Um,
If I may ask, is
but
he like
this area does seem to be more of the type of area that you think might have been had some people, like, would be more common along coastal lines.
okay, and if I may ask,
Mm-hmm.
this particular god, as far as his like domain goes, is he closer like to Thor's flavor or more like Susanoo's flavor?
Who's Susanoo?
I believe it's the Japanese god of storms.
I don't know Susanoo, unfortunately.
Very massive temper. Storms rage because he's pissed all the time.
I'm gonna have to look this up real quick. I'm sorry.
You're fine. It's here I'll type it. And I could be misremembering which one it is because and
No. I'm saying I have to look this god up in particular because I actually don't know anything
Oh.
about them. I just happened to
Okay.
came across them right here in this
You're good.
particular adventure. And I'm like, huh. But they didn't fit with my already established god,
Mhm.
so.
Yeah, I mean, if Cogsworth wouldn't remember enough to remember it, that's okay. But your world is also interesting. I like learning more about it.
Yeah, they're not listed in the player's handbook, so
Damn.
I'm gonna go with um, a bit of both, like somewhere in between that, where they have like, you know, sometimes if they get in a really bad mood, it can cause more storms to blow, like the worst of storms, hurricanes
protect her
and
with the temper.
typhoons. Yeah, but at the same time, being besieged, they can bring just lessen storms or possibly send storms against somebody's enemies, or bring the storm of rain that's needed for something or another. Like, let's say there's a forest fire and it's near the coast. You
Quench
see,
fires and drought,
yes,
things
yeah.
like that.
So it's not necessarily bad. It's just force of nature, especially out in the water.
Yeah, I'll look over the book, see if there's anything that's like interesting, but feel free to do that like automatically with a roll or something, so we can get back onto the
Alright.
rest of the party.
Oh,
'Cause
you
I
happen
don't mean
to glance out you know, over Zephyrus's shoulder and see that there's a handwritten poem in the book that he's kind of glancing at.
Mhm.
And you actually see the word Stormlord in there. The poem goes as follows: Beware the sea and its scarlet harbinger, beware the sword and the death that await. For guidance we beseech Almighty Stormlord, consign to our foes Tamarut's fate.
Zephyr
Hey,
just throws it over his shoulder. Trash poetry.
I'd like to catch it.
Alright.
And I will hold on to that for later.
Meanwhile, what's the rest of the party doing while you guys are studying books?
Peering in the hole.
Yeah.
In the hole? I can hear you typing, Cogsworth. Can you mute yourself, please? Thanks.
Sorry.
Where are you looking at, Topaz? You said peering in something, and I can't tell what you're looking at. I'm sorry. Ah, okay. Yeah, as you kind of like glance through the holes over there, you detect a really horrible stench. And you also hear the faint squeaking of rats. You're pretty sure you found either some kind of trash room or perhaps just the privy. But at any rate, it sounds like rats have gotten in there and have made a nest for themselves.
Hey, Zephyrus.
You look around and you
Yep.
see that he's not with you at the moment.
Oh yeah, yep.
Come here.
I'm catching up with Hogwarts.
Okay.
Zephyr's jogging.
Yeah, what's up?
Look in the hole. There you go.
Yeah.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Ah. Okay. Rats. Great.
Is this a door here? Just try. We're standing.
We're at. Hold on, I can't see.
No, that's a wall. Okay. Doors there. Probably lead to the front
Should we
Door
open this door first?
here. Testing this door here.
Okay. Here's this particular room. Let me double check to make sure that it's not boarded up. Ah, nope. It is, okay. You notice that there's some barricade pieces in front of it, so I take it you're moving those away?
Mhm.
Alright.
barricade pieces like somebody was trying to block something from the other side or on this side?
That's what it looks like. It looks like somebody was blocking this door from, from whatever might be inside this area.
Oh.
Peeking in without going in.
All right. You see that it's some kind of kitchen, and it shows signs of recent use, and is actually fairly clean. There's even a kettle that's still suspended above the fireplace, and a brick oven nearby that. There's a cutting block bearing half a loaf of bread. Unfortunately, it's starting to dot over with various bits of mold in the center of the room, next to an empty table. You can see shelves for holding dishes and utensils that line the eastern wall.
Okay, kitchen.
And there are no rats in here?
You don't see any rats in there.
Does it look like there's any good food anywhere around here?
Roll an intelligence check. Or rather, investigation. Excuse me. Nope. You see just that loaf of moldy bread. And something that smells like it was once soup, but is now cold and probably rotting in that kettle.
I probably poisoned it all anyway to kill the rats. That's probably what that poison still was about.
How about this door? Is it barricaded?
No, it is not.
How about that one down there by Lobu?
That one either. That one seems to be also partly open. The one south. And it shows the outside. There's a couple of rats still kind of swarmed about. They see you and start running downward. Are you opening the door next to you, by the way, Topaz?
Not at the moment.
So yeah, these
close the
rats
door.
were running away down that way.
They're more afraid of me than I am of them.
And Lobu, during that brief glancing outside, you could see stone peaks of the island that rise along the outside walls of the hermitage to create a sheltered grotto overlooked by a rampart walkway along the west side of the former fortress, which is what you were looking down. A steep path ascends to 10 feet from a short strand of beach up to an exterior door, which is what you were looking at, and you could see a boat that is pulled halfway up on the beach, its stern riding low in the water. And you saw all that before closing the door.
So, Topaz? Shall we?
Okay. I'll open this door.
Okay. The walls of this room were once covered with row upon row of wooden shelving holding boxes of foodstuff, but most of those supplies you can see strewn across the floor. A few sausages still hang from the hooks in the ceiling rafters, and there's an undisturbed bin of potatoes that's near the rear face of the kitchen's brick hearth.
Did you say undisturbed?
Yep, you can see potatoes sticking out, and they don't look like they've been disturbed.
Hey, Captain.
Yeah.
You think the crew might enjoy a bit of stew?
I guess. Are we sure it's good?
I mean, they're potatoes.
Okay. Are they like moldy or everything's good?
Do they look like the eyes are sprouting or anything like that?
Roll an investigation check.
Poison on there.
They still look pretty good, and as you take a good look at the potato bin, you discover a secret door.
What?
Potato door.
Much like Zephyrus on Sunday. What?
What?
It looks like the potato bin was used to cover a secret hatch.
This is classic for monks. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but monks do this kind of potato door type knowledge.
What does potato doors?
Where's the potato door?
Right here.
You find it right
Okay,
there,
so I guess I'm right here.
and you see a ladder
Uh,
going up.
Topaz?
Yes.
I don't like this hidden door. Can you follow me in case something attacks me?
Sure.
Thank you. I go up.
Actually, sorry, I meant to say go down.
Sorry, I will go down.
No, I misread it. I was looking at thinking it was going up, but actually it's going down. A rickety ladder leads down from the larder into a musty subterranean chamber enclosed by rough masonry walls. Here you find 3 trembling figures huddled against the far wall, sharing the chamber with the dusty, deteriorated remains of an armored corpse. The body's sightless eye sockets stare up blankly, and a small silver disc is clutched in one of its skeletal hands. A horizontal crevice between 2 blocks in the southern wall glows with a faint daylight, making a narrow opening that leads outside the fortress. The figures stare at you from the darkness and yell, "No, no, no! Stay back!"
I'm a follower of Helm. I wish to do you no harm. What happened here?
You hear them trembling. And let's see here. So you see a human female in dirty cleric's garb, a human male that looks very sick and is just kind of laying slumped against against the wall, kind of trembling and making that sort of noise, and a dwarf, and some kind of dwarf that also looks like they're sweating a bit. That one doesn't look like they're very well.
Dread. Do you still have any of your healing available? I recall
have
ancient stories of being able to cure diseases.
Lay on hands, yes.
It looks like there's some from the monastery still here. 2 of them are very sick. Would you be able to come down here and assist me? I wish to save my spells.
Yeah, I'll come down. One seems to be the sickest, the dwarf.
The human male seems to be the sickest.
Alright. I hand my sword to Cogsworth as I make sure that they realize I'm trying to be peaceful.
I'll
Walk
take it.
towards him. I reach down and touch him, and I'll use 5 points of lay on hands on him.
Alright, let me find that. There we go. Let me see if there's tokens. So the man lets out a long shuddering sigh and looks up at you. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
He looked like he was close to, probably wasn't going to survive the night at this point. They all still look like they're hungry. It doesn't look like they have any rations anymore down here. They've been hiding here probably for several days, given the smell in the air, both from the corpse and from, other things.
And I'll hand our weapons over to Dread, and I'll cast Lesser Restoration on the dwarf.
Thank you.
We have a ship. You want to go home?
The woman then puts her hand up and says, "Let me talk. If the drowned haven't gotten to your ship already, it's unlikely we'll be able to get off the island without them bogging us down."
Do you want to remain here until we leave, and we'll ensure you escape safe and sound?
These two should remain here, assuming that we can do something about. She kind of looks over at the corpse. If we can do something about him. She kind of shakes
What's
her
the
head.
disc in his hand?
Hold on 1 second.
Well, I was asking her.
No, that's why I'm saying it's hold on 1 second.
Okay. Sorry.
be nice if they actually described these things easier. Because it says that
It is
there's
nice.
small silver disc questions of the skeletals in the hands, but then doesn't go on to tell me what the hell that it is that disc is. I'm going to assume that the disc in the hands is a holy symbol. Because they're a dead
May
chaplain.
mhm.
So it's like you
May
look down
I?
and you see a holy symbol on them.
Okay. And it's, I'm guessing, of the storm god, so it's like a storm or something like that on a crest.
Yeah.
Are you concerned that he'll not be put to rest properly?
Timur says, I just don't want them to need to hide here any longer with the body.
Oh, you want us to take the body out with us?
If you can. But Barrett and Morley should stay here for now. I still have my strength, and I don't know if Aaron's still out there.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I'll go over and try and pick up this skeletal body.
If I may ask, how's the airflow in here?
It's kind of dank.
But we would like to come down with some of the sausages and be like, you guys, I found these upstairs. You hungry? Why don't you go upstairs and eat?
These two, we just cured them of whatever affliction they had. They're not really fit to climb yet.
They're We've been hiding down here to keep the drowned so that the drowned couldn't find us. The bolt hole was too protected, and I feared if we went up for anything, that the drowned would come back.
Well, we are working on clearing it out now. There were two hags and something that we killed up there. But currently,
Hags. Yeah. They
if I may
probably
ask,
came in as vultures.
if I may ask, when you say drowned, do you mean the dead?
The drowned. She relates again. That's the best way to call them. I saw a corpse, dripping wet, shriveled and discolored as if by long immersion in sea. It stalked into the room and began to search, so I sealed the door. Miraculously, yeah, it missed our hiding place, but I could hear it scrabbling at the floor. I'm sure it could sense us. But then, at the first glow of dawn that showed at the cleft in the wall, it suddenly fled. It didn't. So we've been staying down here. I went up a little bit during the day, but I didn't want to go along. Yeah, again, other dangers. I'm still equipped to fight off a hag by myself, and I heard other noises in the place that I'm sure weren't my people. So maybe the hag that you spoke of?
There were two, so I'm definitely glad that you stayed down here. But we are clearing out the rest of this place, as we heard that something was going on. I will ask my captain if, once this is all cleared up, if we would be able to take you with us and bring you to Saltmarsh, or I can't remember our destination, but we are going somewhere else to speak with them in regards to an alliance with Saltmarsh. Between the two of those, you might be able to find other followers and some kind of shelter.
Hmm.
Consider it. At least so you can get food. Most of the food here is completely spoiled.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Will you be okay for now?
I suppose.
I will make sure to block the door again.
No. I'll come with you. The other two can stay here for now. Now that you've cured them.
And do we need to be concerned of his body and what's been happening here? And I point to the chaplain.
Like I said, just wanted to get that somewhere else. Now that we have the option for that, in case more disease. I don't know. I think the disease though came off the drowned, not from his body.
I mean, whatever happened to the drowned will not happen to him in some extent, you believe.
What do you mean?
He won't rise again.
I guess uh, if he was gonna rise again, he would have done so by now.
All right. I will attempt to lift him and sort of fireman carry him over my shoulders.
Okay. You notice that the corpse contains a some kind of breastplate that could still be usable.
I am reluctant to pillage a corpse, especially one who followed a faith, but it does look like his armor is still usable. If one of our own happens to be able to wear it, could we find use in it?
Gimme, gimme.
That question was directed to the woman.
She nods.
Thank you. I will make sure that he at least sees the light of day, and if I can find something, I will try to give him a proper burial. Though, if you could,
I was just proper burial for
I don't-
everybody here. There was a lot of dead bodies when we sealed ourselves down here.
we have not seen any bodies so far, but we've
That
seen a lot of blood.
that's not good.
Exactly. But we'll figure it out. You two go ahead of me in case the ladder collapses.
Yeah, she already went up.
Or three, sorry.
The other
Four,
two
actually.
I
As
said
Logan followed.
the other two, as I said, are staying down there for now.
No, I was saying
The
four
civilians.
because
Yeah.
Topaz and Lobu and Dread and the woman are all
Yeah.
down there.
I know.
I'll go up right after she does.
Yeah. So basically, I've already have the woman standing there with you guys.
What?
See right there.
Oh, hey,
Is somebody asleep?
Topaz? Did Topaz fall asleep?
Yo, Topaz, are you okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, we used to know a guy who used to fall asleep in the middle of things, and he would have to wake him up.
Wait, am I supposed to go down there yet? No. We're walking into rooms we're not supposed to be walking into.
That was just the outside. So yeah, there's a woman in clerical garb, standing there now.
A woman in clerical garb.
Mhm.
In the room we're in?
Yeah, she came up through the hatch with Dread and Cogsworth.
She was taking care of the two men that were sick.
Mhm.
How long have
Looks
we
like
been
a-
here?
It must have been a few days now.
Who put you here?
We fled down there during the attack.
What attack?
The the one from the drowned. I guess you didn't hear me speaking to your metal friend.
I
The
apologize.
zombies?
I never introduced myself. My name is Cogsworth. She is Topaz.
And I am Janora.
I am
Janora.
Zephyrus.
Sure you are.
What is that supposed to mean?
So, I take it you haven't seen the drowned yet.
The fish have, according to Topaz. But Volan,
Yeah.
this is Janora. She was taking care of, I'm guessing, other members of the monastery. They took shelter back there when everything happened.
Right. So I'm sure they've offered up our ship. I'm sure something Cogsworth would do. But
I said
I
I
just
would
want to make
ask
sure.
you.
No, you're well within your right. Are you able to fight? Because I have a feeling we're going to be doing quite a bit of that.
She nods. Yes, I can fight.
Is she armed with anything?
Let's see, what type of armor does she have? Lyra, please don't step on me.
Oh, by the way, I am carrying a body villain.
Yeah, he's got a body of an old priest in armor
Hmm.
over him. Put down your tail. Alright, she definitely has a mace on her. And her holy symbol. She has spells. And she has wearing a chain shirt.
Okay. So, do you know where these drowned went? Because we've been going through the building and we haven't really come across what you seem to be describing to my friend.
They're all around the island, I imagine. Have you checked the grotto? She kind of like looks back towards the door over here. And Cogsworth, can you please mute the typing is
Sorry, I keep thinking I'm muting. I'm so sorry.
sorry. It's my ADHD. I have a hard time when I hear a lot of noise.
Believe me, I know. I'm trying to get better at it, but every time it's D&D, I forget. All the other games, I forget to unmute. Here, I forget to mute.
So she kind of like gestures towards that. It's like, for all I know, they're in the They could be hiding in the grotto down there. But there's really no telling where they could be.
I did make a very loud.
Amazed you managed to get onto the. To get onto the island in the first place.
We did see footprints as we were coming onto the island from the dock. Or, rather, the footprints were walking away, but we didn't see them walking too.
I mean, did we want to stick our heads out and see?
How thoroughly are we looking to clear this place? Because at least as of right now, they're in no condition to live here. They at least need to find somewhere civilized so they can recover, rebuild their following.
What
Would you
god
agree?
do you worship?
We worship the Storm Lord. Pet. Jam is forgetting the name already. We. Please don't lay on that, Lyra. I need to read it. Procan. The Storm Lord.
Okay. You know anything about the hags that were outside?
I know that the hags have been seen in the area before, and I imagine that they came to the island after the attack, probably looting the place.
How long did you say you've been here?
A few days. At least down in the hole.
Sounds legit. Okay, are we saving them?
It's
Guess so.
probably best to get them onto the ship before we do anything else here, right?
Why? We need somebody to give us the tour. Tell us where all these rooms go.
Well, we can at least open the front door, find out what was blocking it.
That would be our barricades. But that trying our best to limit how many drowned can potentially get in, but it's too little, too late.
Wait. Captain? We might need to rebarricade those doors.
Yeah.
What if we're here till nightfall?
Crew on our
Lose
ship.
evening.
We have a crew on our ship. We might lose.
Agreed.
I'm opening this door.
Alright.
Janora, is there anything valuable here that you need help getting?
Well,
Like
Does she
anything
have anything that
vital
she wants?
to your faith.
No. I imagine that some of the there's some things that could be used uh, around. I've heard that that old prior Bor- Borisanth probably has some things up in his room. Unless he ran off with them, I have no idea.
Would you be alright with us looking to see if there's anything valuable?
If it helps you out and helps us out by extension, that's fine by me.
Are we okay with the risk, Captain? I know
I'm
you've
okay
been
with
aching for
it.
another ghost hunt.
I'm okay with it. Is the group okay with continuing our exploration?
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
But
Doesn't sound like a ghost hunt. It sounds more like a zombie hunt, actually.
I think they're tangentially related, so it's a ghost
Yeah.
hunt.
and for all you know, we might have killed a ghost earlier. I
Maybe.
still don't know
We
what the hell.
absolutely. It was a ghost.
That was some really violent air. But
No, it couldn't have been a ghost. I would have picked it up on Divine Sense.
Dread, I don't mean to disrespect you, but I know a ghost when I see one. I am a ghost slayer now, so.
Well, I mean, technically we didn't see it.
But, well,
let's find the prior's quarters. And Captain,
mhm.
anything else that you want to do? You are the captain. I just don't want to die. I almost died once.
We're not going to die. It's fine. We'll be off here before it's an issue.
Oh, by the way, I did hand that armor off to Lobu.
Okay, Spooky Chopper, let's go.
Gonna open this door.
He just wants to open everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Ah! Come, get over
kinda
here, you
armor
stupid
is
door. There we go. This damp, dark tower room smells of rot and mildew. The floor glistens with puddles of water and trickles of moisture dribble down the walls to the west and south, where what once might have been barrels and crates stacked up against the walls have decayed into nearly undividable heaps of mold.
Perception for zombies.
Roll a perception check. You don't see zombies, but you do see bits of green slime covering a lot of the crates and barrels in this room, and up and down the walls.
Ooh. Seeing some weird slime on the walls, guys. I don't know if
Okay.
we should.
Don't
Trust
need that.
Yeah, let's just leave this room.
Should we try those stairs over there?
I got it. I got the token. Zenora's actually hanging at the stairs, and looks like she's waiting.
Good call, Lobu.
Let me drag and
Should I
drop
check the
everybody
price
onto the
for it?
next map.
There's a new map. Oh
Mhm.
no. For the upper floor, I'm guessing.
Yep, for floor number 2.
Floor 2, fight! Ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, da.
Oops, accidentally dropped Cloudsworth off the map. There we go. Everyone should be on the map now.
And real quick, just because there's a window right there, are we close to sundown?
It's looking like that's the case, yes.
Oh no. Hardwood looks concerned, but says nothing.
It's gonna be super interesting when we're scrambling to barricade the doors and when from a horde of zombies.
One might say it would be flooded with the undead.
You played Left 4 Dead?
Yeah.
Remember the last map of the first game?
Oh, I love that map so much.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
miss playing Left 4
That,
Dead.
that's basically what I'm thinking of right now as you're saying that.
with the bridge.
No, the one where you're basically barricading yourself in a house.
Oh yeah. Then a stupid tank rolls into your house like it's no business. Oh
Is
my
it the
god.
church? No, that's on the second one. Ignore me.
I used to play that all the time. It was like playing a bee zombie movie.
And X zombies were harmed in the making of this film.
Oh, I loved it. It was great. Okay, so looking into this room, which she opens up for the door up to you. Actually, she doesn't actually need to do that because the door to this chamber is actually hung open with the detached head of a mace on the floor acting as a doorstop. The room is modestly furnished with a cot, a table, a chest, and a chair. An oddly shaped basin rests on the table with a small piece of mirror hanging on the wall above it.
Can I go check out the chest?
Sure. You discover that the chest is unlocked. It has a few threadbare garments and worn sandals, but it also contains a religious icon set with 14 small diamonds, which you believe are worth 100 gold each.
Oh my
Two
God.
blocks of amber, which are worth 50 gold each, and some kind of feather token shaped like an anchor.
What's it shaped like? It cut out.
An anchor. It's shaped like
Anchor.
an anchor.
Neat.
There's also a metal basin on the table that holds water with a bronze straight razor that's laying next to it. Yes.
Okay, sorry, just making sure.
Yes. Sorry, I was just making sure.
Do
I was looking at the page and then I
14
finally looked up.
we...
Wow.
Gonna shave your legs while you're here.
Roll a perception check.
Who?
Volan and Topaz, since you're both standing there.
Okay.
You're both looking at those items. Yeah, Volan, you take a look at this real quick, and it's almost ludicrously funny that a helm of underwater action of all things is being used as a water basin.
Guys?
Yes.
So, this isn't this the thing Dovin had?
Oh yeah, he loved that.
Well,
Is it
I guess
the helm? Is it his?
Nope. It's just a helm of underwater action.
Okay. I was very scared.
No, this has clearly been here for some time.
It's technically acting underwater.
I mean, I guess we should take this, yeah?
Yeah, put it on.
You have no qualms with this, Janora?
No, I didn't realize that that was anything special. I just thought it was an interesting decoration.
It's certainly interesting.
It was given to Volan, right?
I was just collecting this stuff. I was assuming
Oh.
we were putting it in group.
I don't particularly care. Does underwater action give water breathing or only the like swimming speed and?
Hold on. It's an appendix B of this book. Let me double check. Assuming that my
Protect
cat
the
does not
spells underwater.
completely hold my thing in there. Okay. You can breathe underwater, you gain dark vision, and you gain a swimming speed of 30 feet.
Cool.
Which also means that you have the ability to attack things without disadvantage.
Neat. I'll walk down this hallway.
Told you
Do I
this
see any-
before, Lyra. If you're gonna lay there, I'm using you as an armrest.
Oh, is that the dining room below us?
Yeah, you basically look down over there. You see bits of broken, of a broken balcony, and can see the dining room clearly down there. All right. Uh, huh. Apparently, this one's also barricaded shut from from the inside. At least that there is.
So that's a door.
Let me finish reading this. Uh,
Hmm.
where this small guard tower once abutted the east side of the fortress, part of the fortress has been knocked out to create an open doorway into the interior with a rickety-looking balcony beyond. Arrow slits around the tower give a view of the area outside the fortress, and the stairs that access the tower door. That's where the barricade is. That's the stairs that access the tower door. Uh, a wooden trapdoor is set into the floor, with a cloying odor rising from it. A 10-foot ladder lies next to the trapdoor.
Oh.
And you know what that smell is. You smelled it before. It's the smell coming from the distillery below. Alright. You see Tenora just kind of looking around. Did you get what you needed from there?
I'm super interested in seeing the front of the place now. I've got a weird feeling, and I'm going to open this door.
Alright. Every time there's a pause there, it's because I'm double checking to make sure it's not barricaded. Alright. Arrow slits set along the walls of this chamber, making it a bit drafty. Murder holes open up in the center of the floor, overlooking the entryway into the level below. A fireplace is set into the south wall, with a dusty iron kettle close by. And you can also see a trap door that's set into the floor at either end of this chamber.
I want to look through the arrow slits, just kind of look outside.
Roll perception checks.
And is this a door like a fireplace?
That's a fireplace.
Did she ask if we found what we needed over in this tower?
She was asking about the room, the prior's room. Yeah, you kind of look out there, but it must have been the wrong moment because a bit of dust flew into your eyes, Zephyrus.
I really want to check on the ship. I'm a little bit worried about it.
Can I see the ship from here?
Well, you took your dinghy or whatever it's called in the rowboat.
Yeah.
You can sort of still see the rowboat over at the dock.
I don't know about you guys, but I think we found the bulk of the financial benefits if we wanted to get out now, or
Janora,
Yes?
if I may ask, what was in that grotto? You mentioned it earlier.
Well, the boat, our own rowboat is down there somewhere, but I imagine the drowned have broken it by now, and if they're anywhere, they're probably in that grotto. Of course, they could be all around the island, but that would be the most logical place to keep an eye on us.
Oh, there's another door here.
Yeah, there's a couple more doors over here. There's she kind of like jumps. There's the scriptorium to the north of us. There's the battlements to the west. And she gestures in this direction. That'll lead up to the tower. Um, I believe that hold on one second. Give give me one second. I'm trying to figure out what goes to what. Yeah, there's a big junk room back that way. She gestures towards, also towards this way. Um,
Junk room.
yeah, a junk room.
Oh, we got it. Captain, can we see that?
Lobu, it's junk. Real quick. Real.
Yeah.
Okay, she will open the door for you then. This way. And she gestures at Lobu.
Oh, which way are we heading?
Oh, this is oh,
This way.
we can't really see through here.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
you can't see through where? I'm sorry. Oh, my bad.
Oh, I got it now.
No, I didn't realize that I forgot another door. But she gestured at this door, saying that past there is the scriptorium, and she gestured in this direction, saying the battlements, and then beyond that is the junk room.
If I may ask, what's a scriptorum?
Oh, well, it's where we copy books and such. Well, the old style of copying by
Scriptures
hand.
and whatnot?
Yeah, because it's still a good way to learn things. I mean, yes, there are printing presses and all that, and there's other techniques in other parts of the world, but still,
It's a good way to learn.
yes. And she gestures, and you see into this junk room, bundles, barrels, and boxes are piled haphazardly across this tower room. A narrow path leads through the clutter to a staircase curving along the chamber's inner wall. The stairs rise up to an open trapdoor in the ceiling.
Logan's going to start shuffling.
And by the
through.
way, the description of the battlement, real quick. A walkway open to the sky overlooks a grotto formed by the island's rocky peak and the hermitage's walls, leading from the hermitage to the large tower along the west side. A crenellated battlement blocks the walkway and is set with arrow slits. And as you guys are walking through there, after she opened the door and Lobu stepped in, you hear hissing coming from the area with the scripture room, and the head of a giant snake pokes itself out from from in between that arrow slit.
Is that normal, Janora?
She turns, startled, as the snakes make their way towards you guys.
Hey, Lobo, come here.
And we are going to be rolling initiative now.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck?
Hey, I rolled a 10.
It's growth.
No, those snakes are fucking growth. Everyone looks like you and me are going to be fighting together for once.
It seems that way, huh?
Mm-hmm. Too bad Cogsworth is not known for his fighting prowess.
And I'm going to give Enola to you to roll.
Alright.
So I don't have to roll that and that and that.
I don't have her.
There you go.
Character.
Now you do.
Where is she?
She's
There
in the
she
middle
is.
of the
I
pack.
see her.
I made sure to keep her along with you guys. Just have to wait for you to roll initiative.
Sorry, I was just typing out to her that I
Uh.
have temporary control of her character.
Okay.
Well, she wins.
All right. So the snake that is actually stuck behind its other snakes is going first. You hear some hissing, and it can't quite get through because it's blocked. Topaz.
All right. Heal. Guess I'll try to smack it in the snout. Or not.
That misses.
Let's try again.
That one hits.
Key point. Stunning blow.
That's concentration. That's constitution. Okay. That succeeded.
Dang. Things immune to stun on this island. Yeah, that's it for me.
All right.
Oh wait, no, I get an extra attack.
Yes, you
That's
do.
1, 2, my bonus. Stunning fist.
Yeah. 1 second. All right. So I have to roll that again. First roll that.
Also, Grizz.
Dang it.
Yes.
Sorry to distract. I'm just letting you know. I realized that Anola's sheet isn't adding her charisma like it's supposed to initiative, or she actually rolled a
It's
14.
not supposed to be added to. Why would charisma be added to your initiative?
Because of her subclass.
Ah.
Starting at 3rd level, your confidence repels you into battle. You
Okay.
can give yourself a bonus to initiative rolls equal to charisma modifier.
All right. Zephyrus.
Sorry.
I can see the one behind the other snake, right?
Yeah, you can see there's two there.
Okay, I'm gonna hex that one then, in the back.
Okay. Move your hex there.
And then I'm going to attack the one in front of me twice with the longsword.
Okay.
Hoo, hoo, hoo.
26. All right.
That'll be my turn.
All right. That's my NPC back there. Let's see if she can do anything from over here. She's going to cast Sacred Flame at the one in front of you. Dexterity saving throw. Succeeds, so that's half. 5 damage. Lebu. That's your greatest fear. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
That's what I was looking for.
Snakes. Giant snakes. You were terrified. These ones look very scary.
Alright, so
Hi
I
there.
will not be moving towards them at all.
Correct.
I will shout at this one.
Hi
You're more afraid of me than I am of you. And then I'm going to cast.
Wait a minute, which one? I'm sorry.
Whispers on it again.
The one in front of. Okay.
At 2nd level.
Okay, that's a wisdom saving throw. Ooh.
Nice. It has to run away.
Is that all it can do during its turn, or is it the equivalent of frightened?
I'm reading this right. It has to use its reaction. Yeah, immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Okay. So Topaz and Zephyrus, you get an attacks of opportunity as it turns and runs. If you wish to use them. All right. So that's a 15. And Zephyrus?
Yeah, I'll take it. I was considering because I was saving my reaction, but actually I'll just attack.
Alright, that hits, and you manage to stab it right between the eyes. Its body drops before it can flee. Way to go, Lobu.
That's my turn.
Volin!
Okay, this snake right here, is it like out that door?
It's small. It's flexible enough that it can fit through the arrow slits.
I hate that. Okay. Is there any way to flank it or no?
No,
Okay.
not out here. You'd have to be on. You'd have to run into the scriptures room and flank it. Somebody else would have to be on the other side of it in the scriptures room to flank it.
Okay, that's cool.
So
That's
it's
cool.
like it's not sticking out enough for her to just quote unquote flank the token with me.
Right.
It's basically kind of sticking its head out a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna take 2 strikes at its head.
Come on, it's just like the
Miss
glory
and
hole at the
hit.
pirate bar.
Because you would know.
Wow, Volin has a lot of HP. Anything else you can do, Volin?
I don't know if I want to rage, so I'm just gonna say no. Yeah, that's it.
Cogsworth.
All right, Cogsworth will attempt to smash it in the face. Or hammer. One-handed. Does a 9 hit? Or does a 22 hit?
Yes. 9
Cool.
damage. And I will be
And,
right back a second. One sec.
Okay. I'm really sad that we can't get advantage
I know.
because
I
I
was
had something
about to-
very cool lined up for Anola's character.
You know, for some reason, your Warhammer is not adding the magic bonus on two-handed damage.
Sorry about that. Back.
You are correct. Thank you for pointing this out to me.
What?
My Warhammer is not adding the +1 to the two-handed.
Alright. That's
Oh,
weird.
I think
Must be part of Roll20's problem
because I
at the
have it
moment.
set as damage type 1 and damage type 2.
Ah,
I think
that
the
could
magic
also be
bonus
it.
only applies to the main damage.
Hmm.
I'd have to do the global modifier, I think.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So, what do you want Nola to do?
Now knowing that she can't flank makes me sad. She will go here and attack that one with her short bow.
There you go.
Ah,
And it's another miss on that bow.
and then she'll just boop, pop right back.
Good plan.
Yeah, I am not getting her first actual in-game character death through me.
Throw a snake. Yeah, that would have been bad. So the snake will attempt to bite Volin.
Aw.
Ooh.
Yup.
Woo!
So that's 7 damage. And Constitution saving throw.
Con save.
Wait, it hit?
Oh,
Yeah.
19 hit. Does a 19 hit?
Oh, absolutely.
So that's 7 damage and a good. You're not affected by its poison, which is good.
That is also a very spicy thing that happens to you if you fail at reading it.
I love it. I love madness tables. This was my favorite thing from running around in the abyss. Well, the Underdark during Out of the Abyss. I can throw madnesses at people. All right, Dread.
All right. I'll move up here and say hi to this snake.
You can't get through the arrow slits.
Oh, can I? Oh, sorry.
No, the arrow slits are too narrow for regular people, especially somebody in bulky armor. But the
Yeah.
snake, being more flexible, can fit through, even though it's huge.
But I can see it, right?
Yes, you can see it. You can hit it with a melee attack, a missile attack. But you want people to reach it with melee.
Yeah, so let's see. I'll have to switch over to this.
Sadly, that misses. That one hits though.
That's all I can
Don't
do.
crossbows have the loading property? Unless you've got that feat.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then that wouldn't have hit. Or do you? Do you have the feat?
I don't.
Crossbowmaster.
Darn it. That's the big problem with crossbows.
Crossbowmaster is great though.
Yeah. So the coral snake sticks its head out, which can reach 2 people. Which one will it go for? And it will go for Zephyrus.
All right.
Yay.
And lagging again tonight.
Ooh,
11
that
misses.
misses.
Topaz, there's now a nice big snake head in front of you.
I'm going to take an attack and try to grapple it. This thing from going back through. Athletics.
Oh,
Holy shit.
nice. Just going to... Yep, yeah. It thrashes, but can't get free of you.
So I can still beat it.
Mm-hmm.
Just use martial arts. Bonus action. I'm elbowing it in its flat head.
It's making
Trying to see if you can make it any flatter.
Yeah.
hissing and...
Meanwhile, just kind of trying to drag this thing through as much as
Sounds-
possible and hold it there while they hit it.
Mm-hmm. It is currently restrained. I think you get advantage on that.
I don't think I restrain it. I think I just grapple it.
Oh, okay. That means... oh, right. Because that way it can't run away.
I wish I restrained it. It just
Yeah,
can't move.
sometimes forget the difference between restrain and grapple. Even though I went over it the last time we had this conversation.
Grapple and restrain honestly annoys me. Just like the differences between them with how similar they are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do a invocation thing. I'm going to relentless hex this boy and teleport behind him.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nothing personal, kid. And I'm going to hit it
You
twice
now have
with
flanking.
my longsword. Yep.
And you're in the scripture room. Wow. 36
Nice.
damage. Wow. That's a
Yep,
lot.
and that'll be my turn.
Let's see. And she will cast Sacred Flame again. DC 16. I believe with grapple it gets disadvantage on things like dexterity saving throws.
Mm-hmm. Because it can't dodge as effectively.
That so. Roll the nat 1 anyway on that. Boo.
You can tell that he really wants to run into the fight, but he just keeps standing in the back.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Snakes.
Oh, boo, I'm holding it for you. Come here.
No. And then he's like, that snake's not worth my time or my energy. It's a terrible excuse for a snake. Vicious mockery.
You salty excuse for a belt.
Nice.
That's-
Anything else?
Mocked a snake.
Yeah. Just wait till he marks it to death. That would be awesome.
Yeah, nothing else. It's
Volin.
got the
Okay. I see Topaz grappling this snake. I say, oh, I can do that, and I'll try to grab it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And that one just,
Fuck me.
just barely gets out of your grip.
Shit, alright. Well, that was embarrassing. I'll hit it with the great axe instead.
Yeah, that was your
Stick
bonus.
to your axe there, Spooky Chopper.
Yeah, that was your bonus action, so let's see what your back action is.
Come on,
All
now you
right.
got an axe to grind.
Miss Casper Bane.
Do you get 2 attacks or just 1? I forget. Okay, the second one
yeah.
misses.
Damn.
Cogsworth.
All right. I will once again follow the ever so consistent rule of I smack it in the face with a hammer. All right, I
and you
tried.
and you miss.
All right.
And what would you like Enola to do?
Enola will drop her short bow, draw her rapier and dagger, and step forward. Now, this the angle she has with Zephyrus, that does not count as flanking, or does it?
I'm gonna give it flanking on this case because Topaz is holding holding it steady.
Okay. So that means with advantage, she will main action stab with the sneak attack.
Nice. Let's see.
Yeah.
It's hold on. That's nope. That's 30. Got it. Yeah, it's still alive.
Then bonus action with dagger.
And now
That
it's not.
only does 2 damage though.
It doesn't matter. It only had 1 hit point.
Cool. Then she will calmly step back over her bow and begin cleaning her weapons.
The other snake opens its mouth and attempts to bite Volin.
Yeah, that hits.
It sinks its fangs into your shoulder again. Constitution saving throw. Please.
Hold on one sec. Sure, can't save.
Best of luck.
Darn it. I was hoping for the fun effects. Dread!
Right. Hmm. Leave my way between Roland and get him on the other side, can I?
You wouldn't be able to get past. The snake head is basically right there.
Alright, so I'll just have to fire a crossbow bolt at it once.
Okay.
And then, probably.
Yeah, your crossbow jams as you attempt to fire it. Which is better than shooting Cogsworth in the back.
It's true.
Thank you. I've taken enough friendly damage to last 2 campaigns.
That's true. You have. I downed you twice.
Uh-huh. Same character.
Yep. Sadly, that character died.
Can I get down through here?
Mm, you should be able to squeeze over against Volin. Probably more like against that because Dread tried to get around there, and I don't think Dread would have fit.
What? So I can get there, or
Yeah, you should be able to get there. Yeah. And if Zephyrus gets around again, you'll get another flanking bonus.
let's try this again down here. Oh no.
Actually, no, wait. I have to roll counter on that. Duh. Nope. It's
Nice.
too slow this time. It was busy looking at Volan and didn't recognize that you were going to grab it.
Start elbowing this one in the head.
Okay, that hits and that hits. Blood starts trickling down from one of its eyes.
I'm all nestled up
It
against
hisses.
Volan, holding onto this thing. I grin at her. Now, smack it like you smack my ass.
Zephyrus.
Red in the face.
All right. I can't exactly make it there. I'm gonna make it as close as I can, and I'm gonna bonus action move my hex onto it,
Okay.
and then Eldritch Blast it.
Time honored technique of all warlocks.
Yeah.
When in doubt, Eldritch Blast.
I
All
like to
right,
point out, Grizz, you've seen the use a good Eldritch Blast can get.
that's true. It squeals.
That'll be my
It's
turn.
hit from behind. The cleric comes over here, and we'll do the same thing she has been doing. Sacred Flame. Ooh. And it has disadvantage because it's being held. Which doesn't help in this case. So it takes only 4 damage. It jostles in Topaz's grip. Lobu! You can't move any forward, and you can't actually, you can probably move until you see the snake, and then you'd have to stop.
Okay. I'll probably do that. He's gonna start charging out into the hallway like he's over being frightened, and then he'll see it and he'll just kind of like freeze up.
Mm-hmm. You see 2 snake corpses littering the hallway, but the very live one threatening Volan and Topaz is freaking out.
So the best he's got is another vicious mockery. Oops. Red and black, pretty embarrassing edgelord colors there, but
Little blood trickles
Your
down
fear
from
is
an ear. Volan!
I'm tired of missing this thing, so I'm just gonna make 2 reckless attacks with the great axe.
And it's still alive because you missed the second one. Your blade just you hit into its side of it, take out a chunk of flesh and scale, see bits of the full color pattern lettering the floor, and you go to hit it again, and it jerks in Topaz's grip, and you just miss. You hear the clang of your axe against the floor.
I'm so over it. That's my turn.
What was that?
Cogsworth!
Put
It
your
is
ass
grappled.
into it.
If it is grappled, do I have any advantage with my
Mm,
melees, or does it have to be
no.
restrained?
It has to be restrained for that, and she's just grappling it, which is giving it disadvantage on dexterity throws and keeping it in place.
Okay.
Just
So,
use your
yeah.
butt as a counterbalance, babe. You'll never miss.
Come on, use those hogs. So again, time on tradition. Apply Warhammer liberally to its face.
And this time that applying works. You bring your warhammer around and smash it right into the mouth, which apparently shatters the rest of its skull, causing it to drop instantly as several bits of fang just go flying around the ground. And blood dribbles all over Topaz.
Hey Topaz.
You splattered me again.
Hey Topaz.
Yes.
Hey guys.
Do you think this would make a good tattoo?
Oh. That would be a good tattoo. I'm taking a closer look at the stripes and the way the colors go.
Infamous squirrel snake.
Do you think its hide would be worthwhile? Worth something?
I might. Come here, Vaughn. I could wrap one of these around your thigh. I think I have enough ink for that.
Black,
I might have to go buy more.
black, yellow, some orange,
Didn't you say
and
that
red.
you've used blood in your inks?
I'll use some dragon blood.
Yeah, and it still itches sometimes.
No, that's not the tattoo.
That's concerning.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
did you two catch something? Because I can only cure one of you.
I didn't.
I,
She
You
might
caught a
have.
snake.
The cleric up there, face palms.
Anyway, shall we get out of here sooner than
Chris,
later?
if I was going to do your leg, you'd probably have to go grab that razor from the other room for a while first.
I'm not that hairy.
At least get the bear rug out of the way.
That's not a bear rug. Oh, wait, no, that is.
You know, she is a very strong woman with an axe. She could easily chop the two of you up and hide the bodies, and no one would blame her. But I think at this point, before you guys
She'd
go
keep
any,
my body around because she would miss me.
Bag of colding.
yeah, well, yeah, you guys don't have a bag of holding though.
I know.
I think at this point, we're going to call it a night, and pick up again next week.
Okay.
Find out what's
All
at
right.
the top of this trapdoor.
I might go looking for another one of those